Had to take a break. So much baking.
Welcome back to Adventuring with Angie. Last week I started baking for a local cafe and got hit with a major power outage. This week we're trying to figure it out as power continues to be out. Come with me as we navigate the outage, I try my best to bake, and the house comes together to start our first seeds for the garden. Good morning, happy Monday. So we still don't have power. We lost power at like 4 o'clock yesterday, and I'm about to go down to the generator to turn it on so we can get the fridge cooling and we can like take some showers and refill our water, and then we'll probably go shut the generator off in a bit. This is my first generator. Thinking it was as simple as turning it on and plugging it in, we found out that the electricians actually left the wrong cord for the generator. The cord is short by 5 feet and it can't be plugged in from the generator shed. So I just got an update from PG&E. They just sent me a text and they are saying power is expected to be restored on Thursday, February 8th. At 10 p.m. and so it is Monday at 11 a.m. right now. We've not had power since Sunday at 4 p.m. and yeah, so this is gonna be my first long power outage in the house. Jen just drove into town to get the cord for the generator. We're doing a take 2 on the generator. We're lucky that this wasn't the type of storm that brought down trees and power lines in our neighborhood and that we actually had access to the road so we could go get the cord. But if this was a winter like last year's, we'd be trapped here with no power, no cord, and no road access. And I didn't like that thought.
Many lessons, what a morning today, truly, but I'm glad we're figuring this out, and honestly I'm glad it's rain and it's not snow and it's not freezing. This could be so much worse, so I'm gonna take this one as a win. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Okay, it's cold out. I just turned the generator on. We still don't have power. It's totally okay. It feels okay to me. I mean, the biggest thing is I definitely lost some stuff in the fridge. On Tuesday, I spent most of the day editing and trying to just work through some chores after a long troubleshooting day yesterday. We are at hour 40 of no power. I was supposed to bring some goodies to the cafe yesterday and today, but of course without power, my entire kitchen is useless. Even with the generator, I don't have enough power to run my ovens, and that bums me out. While I was working on my video, Graham texted that his power just returned, and I'm welcome to bake there if I would like. Good afternoon. Whew. It's like 5 o'clock, and I'm on generator turn on duty. We're gonna turn it on for the night. I'm about to mix up some cookies. Man, it's wild. Not having power is kind of like exhausting. I don't know if you guys know, but my generator is 1/10 of a mile from my front door. That's wild. Anyways, I decided to finish up my work and spend a bit of time at night browning some butter on the wood stove and making a quick cookie dough that can chill in my backup fridge powered by my backup power station in the garage. Natural light. Nice and early on Wednesday, I drove across town to whip up these cookies. Graham gave me full use of his kitchen while he baked downstairs, and I was able to fire scones, cookies, and even practice baking some muffins that he left with instructions. Even though it's only been 2 days off, I really missed baking. I missed just having solo time in the kitchen to work on something and bring it to life. It was such a sweet morning just listening to music and having fun. I dropped the treats off mid-morning before returning to prep some scone dough for tomorrow. While I was about to start that prep, I got a text from PG&E saying our power has been restored today. Hallelujah. I ended up packing up my things and heading home, and truly just in time because as I started driving, snow began falling.
Back at home, I decided to roast a chicken I marinated in buttermilk and finished prepping my scones. For these, I had the idea to do a lemon ricotta scone, something I haven't tried before. I also really wanted to do something Earl Grey, so I decided on a bundt cake and spent some time infusing cream for tomorrow's bake. I had a lot of fun baking these, and I'm trusting more that I know what I'm doing. It's funny, the stress that I had last week during my bakes almost entirely disappeared this week as I settled in just doing what I know how to do. After dropping treats at the shop, I hit up a local thrift store to see if they had a cloche to display my treats under. And of course they did, along with a few other things that I ended up snagging. Back at home, I decided to play around with some new flavors for the scones and whip up a larger batch to have on hand. The rest of the house has been so busy with a few of their own tasks, and I'm grateful for the time and space that I have now. I prepped a bunch of dough for tomorrow and I called it a night.
Good morning, happy Friday. Look at this. A lot of scones going in the oven right now, and I'm about to make some whipped honey and rosemary ricotta to stuff these babies with.
I woke up Friday feeling extra as hell, and these scones show it. I still had some leftover Earl Grey cream and had the idea to whip it up and stuff the scones. I ended up doing two flavors, lemon curd with whipped goat cheese and ricotta, and another with blackberry jam and Earl Grey whipped cream. These scones were absolutely delicious, and I would 100% make them again. I packaged them up and dropped them off before bringing myself back home. As much as I love baking, it's taking a lot of my time. I'm resetting the kitchen 2 to 3 times a day. When I'm not baking, I'm looking up recipes, and when I'm done all of that, I'm usually just so tired that I want to sit down. I picked up this mirror from the thrift store last week and really want to get it to my room, but I need to finish it first. I spent some time sanding and painting the frame so that it matches. For my bakes, I got a little crazy. I was reading about espresso powder and got curious about making my own. I got some brewed espresso from the cafe, dehydrated it at home, and grinded it to a fine powder to use in future bakes. Feeling inspired, I also started a dough for cinnamon rolls and browned some butter to use in the filling. For my own pleasure, I quickly mixed a Parmesan and black pepper dough to bake tomorrow. I woke up early Saturday to finish prepping these cinnamon rolls and get them to the shop.
I'll just do regular. Regular, okay, cool. For here? Yeah.
While I was icing the rolls in the shop, people were buying them before they even got to the display. That made me really happy to see people enjoying what I created. While I was at the cafe, a friend reached out and invited me to her land. We spent some time walking her land and enjoying the sun since it decided to show itself today. It felt so good to be outside. I truly needed this palate cleanser from just my kitchen and baking. And so to be outside by the water, feel the sun on my skin, this is like exactly what I needed. Back at home, I baked the Parmesan loaf and prepped some bagel dough for tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired by now, but have so many ideas for goodies that I just wish I had more time to only think about this. I don't want to be a baker full-time by any means, but I'm having fun. And I can't remember the last time I started something and it was just fun for the sake of being fun. It feels really important to honor this and continue carving space. On Sunday, with the sun shining and it feeling like a fake spring again, I was craving some fresh, bright fruit. It's still the middle of winter though, so that's not entirely possible, but I did pick up some citrus at the store. On a whim, and while I'm making bagels, I decided to whip up a ginger citrus loaf with a deliciously light, luscious cream on top. Guys, when I say this was maybe the best cake I've ever made, I'm not exaggerating.
Wow.
Back at home, the homestead finally came together this week for our first seed planting party. For the first round, we're planting mostly flowers, but have some peppers and a few other vegetables in the mix. These seeds will be started indoors and kept in the south-facing bedroom upstairs. In a couple of weeks, we'll do another planting day for the remaining goodies going into the ground. I've had some small gardens before, but nothing of this scale or with this variety, so I'm super excited to see it come together. Thank you so much for joining on another week of adventures. If you enjoyed this week, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss an episode. Next week is kind of weird and I'm not sure which parts are gonna be shared. I'm making more things for the shop. I'm working on the land with some plumbing. I'm definitely having my heart squashed and I'm just kind of figuring it out. I can't wait to share more and I'll see you next week. Bye.